I suppose it's time to continue some Final Fantasy XVI. It has been a few days. We gotta deal with the Titan trying to mess with us. Well, he's not specifically focused on us.
We have a lot to discuss.
Very interested in killing Sid, which I'm still confused by. Did someone set Sid up? Because I feel like Sid definitely didn't collect Benedicta's head and like send it to that guy to like antagonize him. It just doesn't fit. Sid was even like real remorseful, like kind of sad about Benedicta passing because of their history. So I don't understand.
Getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
I mean,
Well,
2 dominants to your force.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
what trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men.
What do you do, good sir?
Naught without her citizens. We are but their
You're the
servants.
leader of them.
If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
Wow, what a great leader here.
My son.
The Lord Prince is
Gives the big orders, but does none of the work.
If it please you, I can send word
Cool.
requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mothercrystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the Mothercrystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the Mothercrystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the Mothercrystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups, the gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
What gift do these crystals provide anyway?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your favor.
If either is just in the world and it's sucking it dry,
You could have just said aye.
then do they really give anything? They're not giving either, like people thought, I think. They're just taking. Right.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Speak with Garen. And we got, I imagine, the same duplicate side quests here. One from this guy. Oh wait, no, it's a different guy. Alright, let's move on to the main quest. Spent too much time on that. But the little green markers irritate me, you know? Want to clear them out.
So what God's forsaken corner?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot having on second?
Yeah, it's probably for the best. I don't think I need anything because I'm maxed out on potions. Yeah, I don't really need anything.
Speaking of, if you ask me, some foul's brewing. And it's in tires. Just
All right.
Actually, I probably should have checked if I could sell anything. Alright, that's that.
come again.
Got everything. So we gotta speak with Otto. Why?
Do you need any help? So you really go. Since been talking about bringing down a Mothercrystal. Since I've...
He's convinced it's the right thing to do.
Well, you could. Seems the iron in the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's. His legions are on the march.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little men. Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back of his making it to the capital.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme, lucky for you.
This.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dane. And it's the Dane who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. We go way back. And she's a...
That's good of you, but...
Who? She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute. The Vale. And she's quite a woman.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting...
Who are you? What? Huh? I don't understand.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
What is this about?
Goats at your service. Well, Otto's put me in charge of reading, and there's no shortage of problems. Anyway, if you ever reckon you could probably tick off the...
What is this about? I'm confused. So there's other quests. Why is there more quests?
Seen enough?
Not now. I just did side quests. Let's just move on. Where's Sid?
Well, someone's in a hurry. Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then.
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better.
What about Gav? I kind of feel bad that he's not being included.
And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cause a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
I probably could.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Lost Wing. I hear. I don't understand. Where we? I don't. I am really quite see here.
Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
But how did the grocer know his...
Where am I going? Wait, what? Can I not just travel here? And then there? What? I feel like I should be able to. Let's see. I'm a little confused. How come we're not traveling with Jill? I'm confused. I feel like there's no sign of us separating. But we're not in a party together. It's just me and Torgal. And yeah, he made that comment just now about finding Sid and Jill. But Sid in that cutscene even walked off saying like, we'll meet him there. He told us both to behave. So I figured we were sticking together. So now I'm confused. Why'd we separate?
There. Northreach. Soldiers used to speak of a brothel. And that was north of the checkpoint. I heard the dame has friends in the south.
Hello.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Eh?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can.
Why does he call you the dame then? I don't understand.
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Oh, crap. So what's the plan? I'm a little confused.
Tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from...
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up.
Yeah?
Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
Why'd you even stop me? I don't understand.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best, as do you and I. Now, we can speak more at the Vale.
I don't understand our arrangement.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Asking for a favor, but I don't quite understand. Also, I was trying to figure out something. It still bothers me. But the colors just don't look the same for like what I'm seeing on my screen I'm playing on and what I see in the recording. And I was hoping I could try to fix that somehow, but it seemed like nothing really did the job. Yeah, I didn't quite understand, but it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like the color looks off, and I don't know what would change that. Whenever I look at like the color on like the skin or like just lighting, like the sunlight on that building looks different. Like I feel like in the recording it looks more yellow. If that makes any sense. I don't know much about it.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, ma'am.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling, welcome.
So it's like a brothel, right? I don't really care to be here. It's a bit awkward.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder.
I Don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach... Yes. Otto asked me to help them. But to answer your question, Tatienne has been gone for several days now. Having left...
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that, and hopefully enough to keep prying eyes. Now, I have matters to attend to it.
Yay. Sidetrack.
I should probably start here.
Why can I never progress? I'm interested in the actual story.
You wear the dame's brooch.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues.
She's still missing. Oh, if only.
You saw her before?
The day before. She'd lost her comb. It wasn't anything fancy. You see, Tatienne was an orphan.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid mate.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort, and you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor.
Did she...
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet. She didn't mention a name, but I know exactly who she is.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne, she thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her.
This man from the garrison.
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar.
You've been very...
Don't let him get away with this.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Oh yay, what fun. I'm sure they're gonna kindly accept me there. With this big ol' mark on my face. Sure they're gonna be real happy to see me. Hey.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over it.
Looking for a man? Just hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's...
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back.
The dame thing. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Can I not just do it, like, at the same time as my main objective of going to Oriflamme?
Good tidings.
Since it seems to be on the way. Or are you gonna make me do that, come back here, and then go to Oriflamme?
Oh, Tatienne, you...
This Yannick. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there.
And you plan on
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than... You'll find they have little love for bearers. And there is a man in Moor who owes me. His name is Bertrand, and he works...
I shall return as soon as I...
Yep, I guess I do gotta go there and then back. How fun. So many side quests here. And I don't feel like doing anything. I really want to progress the quest. Oh, didn't realize how close it was. Jeez, that's Oriflamme. Right over there.
Oriflamme. How many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Oh, jeez. I don't like this place.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here. Are you Bertrand?
Sounds about right. Only time I hit. Well, go on then.
One of her courtesans has gone missing. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is room.
Many traders stopped to... But only one's been seen quarrel...
Is he still here?
A trader? Oh, yeah. If you seek him out, fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help, and that's even with the dame's...
Understood.
And yet I can still access the shop and stuff as well.
What's this? A branded? I come to you from Northreach.
Why?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with the soldiers.
He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer, but old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still...
And do you know where he went?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did.
My thanks.
Not at all. Be sure and tell her, won't you?
Nearby ruins? What kind of ruins? Fallen ruins, it looks like. I can see there.
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Stay down!
I was really hoping to like progress some cool story stuff. But
Bodies. A man and a woman.
why the heck were they even here?
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood.
Hmm?
So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to see every night. He said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to, by the looks of things.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand it. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new comb. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to more for some dealing.
If you mean this comb.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, he might not be rotting on a hip.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for when the lads come to collect Yannick's body.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope, speaking of which, I saw her in. Could you tell her what happened?
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Although it was her own comb originally, was it not? Why the heck is she here anyway?
If it was a message that needed delivering, I could have seen to it.
You are still in one piece. You will be pleased to hear that your companions, they said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of...
Thank you, but I was on my way to...
You...
Unfortunately, not still alive.
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a that rarely do such tales have happy...
I found this with Tatienne.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Well, what a great happy quest there. So happy I had to do that.
I should go.
Before you do, the Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking, according to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen.
Otto mentioned the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirt. But that couldn't possibly be true.
I will.
Is it through the town? Is there a way up?
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
Shut up. Why's everyone gotta make these freaking negative passing remarks to me? So annoying. But anyway, we're finally gonna be meeting up with Sid and Jill. So let's hope, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. Let's see how things go. Discuss our plan.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
That big mountain there. That's the Mothercrystal, right? What's the plan of dealing with that thing anyway? Is this the capital? How do we get in? Why are we in a brothel? Why are we here? What are we doing?
Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than ever.
Yeah?
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut. And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by the Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mothercrystals truly are the cause of the blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
They gotta realize that they're involved too.
The crystals controls the realm, but our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
So, I'm gonna stop my recording right now before it gets too long and becomes a pain. And I'll probably keep playing. I just need to, you know, start a new recording. So, I don't know when I'll be ending this part, or it may, yeah, I mean, it's kind of been a while, so this may be the end of a part. So I guess if it is, thanks for watching. If you did watch, of course, and I'll see you guys in the next part.